Hey there, gang. It is time for another comic book unboxing video, and this is actually a continuation of yesterday's box. We're going to finish off the box we started yesterday, and so because I've already filmed this, I can tell you that this unboxing is going to be mostly Uranium Age and early Silver Age stuff, and there is one book in this batch that is quite valuable. But even more interesting, we found something tucked inside the book which has no value whatsoever, except that it is just really neat. So what did we find? If you like comic books, stick around. We're going to have some fun. Hey there, Bubby. Welcome to Shanghalla. My name is Duke, and this is a comic book unboxing video, as I noted. So please do like, share, subscribe, comment away, do all the groovy things. And I can let you know before we get started that this video is going to be an end cap, a finale, the ending of a couple of different things. Number one, this is the last inventory box for a while. Starting tomorrow, we will be back to parsing new collections which have come into our warehouse. And then also, this is the last video that I'm going to be splitting into two. I have decided to do shorter videos, and so what we will be doing from here on in, we'll be just filming half a box at a time. So anyway, like I said, please do like, share, subscribe. I don't mind saying it twice. I got to put the bag on you. Those are the YouTube rules, but we will pick up right here, right where we left off. Here is number 13. Now we're back to some Dell books. Walt Disney's Comics and Stories, a 129. 120, does that say 8? That's nice. You gotta love these Disney books, especially when they've got some nice Carl Barks art. And some of the early issues have Walt Kelly art in them as well. Here's 124. Oh, nice. Here's a Blackhawk book, number 57, back when it was still done by Quality Comics, around 1954, 5, 6, somewhere in there. DC licensed Blackhawk. Quality went under. DC licensed the Blackhawk character and continued the series. They picked it up with number 108, and then this has got a couple of holes punched in the cover there. Look at that. Can you see that? And then they eventually, like with Captain Marvel, they eventually purchased the character outright. All-Star Western, number 76, with the Trigger Twins. There you go. Looks like it's missing a bit of its back cover. Oh, somebody ripped out a coupon. Look at that. Probably not this skinny bitch. No, it was for the, I'll give you a watch, air rifle, uke, I guess a uke is a ukulele, camera, or any of my 70 big prizes. I don't know what you had to sell to get that, but he wasn't giving it for nothing. I knew that much. Now, this is exciting. Holy crap. Holy cannolis. And you're like, that's just a, an early Silver Age issue of Superman. No big deal. No, big deal. That is issue 267. That features in the, oh, there's an envelope in here. What is this? Pretty browned up. National Association of Manufacturers. I almost read that as manure surfacers. I'm like, what is a manure surfacer? No, manufacturers. What's it say? Letters to Lois? National Periodical Publications. Oh, weird. Does it have the letter in it? That would be cool. Oh, it doesn't. That's too bad. Well, it looks like somebody was a fan of Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane and was going to write a fan letter. And so that person's mother or father must have worked for the National Association of Manufacturers because they swiped the envelope. This looks like fairly adult writing though. National Periodical Publications. Huh. Now I wonder if this National Association of Manufacturers is still around at 25 South, what does that say? Beniston Avenue in St. Louis? St. Louis? That's cool. That's pretty cool. I have half a mind to leave that in the book so that the person who buys this issue gets that, and they'll be like, what the hell, man? That's cool. Or they might be like, what the hell? That's dumb. But anyway, this is like the third appearance of the Legion of Superheroes. Are we missing a page? Oh no. So this is where Supergirl is invited to join the Legion, and she eventually gets rejected. Now, it's funny, there's a few oddities in this. The Legionnaires say that they are children of the original Legionnaires that Superboy had met, and I think they also say that they're from the 21st century. So there's a few kind of editorial gaffes here. But the other special thing, if I can find it, see, it's kind of mirrors the first story where Superboy was invited to join the Legion, and they travel to the future, and they see the sights, and they stop at the 9 Planets. Here it is, the 9 Planets ice cream shop. But she also meets other Legion members, and this is where we first see Chameleon Boy, Colossal Boy, and Invisible Kid, whose costume is kind of colored funky wrong there. Well, how can it be colored wrong in his first appearance, right? Every other appearance since then was colored wrong. And we also, oh no, that's Satin Girl there. There's of course, there's a lot of early Legion appearances where there are characters in silhouette, and so fans have tried to figure out who that could be. But anyway, the other members all demonstrate their superpowers, and as you can see, Invisible Kid is colored yellow and red for some reason. And then Supergirl tries out for membership, but she ends up getting exposed to red kryptonite, which ages her to an adult, and so she can't join because she's an adult. And they have a limit. You have to be less than 18 years old in order to join the Legion. So anyway, that's cool. That's the third appearance of the Legion of Superheroes. The first appearance of Colossal Boy, Invisible Kid, and Chameleon Boy. Neat stuff. I don't think I own that. You might be bidding against me on that. Here's number 280 of Adventure Comics, featuring Lori Lamaris. The Kryptonite Man, that's a nice cover. It's a nice drawing of Lex there. Action Comics number 249. Here is Superboy number 37. Wow. Got an arrival stamp on it here. Feels like the cover might be detached. Huh. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Well, I guess I'm not getting through this box any faster than the last one, am I? Oh well. Oh well. Hopefully you're having fun. I've got to watch the metrics and see how much of these videos the average person watches. I looked at it once before, and it's like, I do a 30-minute unboxing video, and people only watch about half of it. And it's like, well, I should just do a 15-minute video. But then would people only watch half of that? I don't know. These all upside down, they are. Anyway, it's a nice Thanksgiving cover. Maybe instead of a Halloween box next year, we'll do a Thanksgiving box. I wonder how many Thanksgiving-themed comic books I can find between now and then. There's a Independence Day cover. Nice stuff. Poor boys. Do not pick the flowers, Donald. Don't you read the signs? Oh, neat. Here's Kid Colt in Wild Western, number 51. This is a Marvel book back during the period when we know it as Atlas today, but this Atlas logo right here, that was actually a distributor mark. Martin Goodman, who owned Marvel, also owned Atlas Distribution. He was, self-distributed his books. And so he didn't have really a company logo. They had, this distributor logo, which was, a lot of books of this period would have some mark on them that told you who distributed the book. And that was how the gangsters who ran the distribution knew whether or not somebody was horning in on their territory. They knew whose legs to break. But anyway, the other thing about interesting, the Marvel books of this period are narrower than the standard comic book. And I think that's because they were printed at the Eastern Color press at this time, which I think by this point, Eastern Color had got out of comic books, but their books, their last few books had been generally thinner as well. This is a nice condition copy. I mean, for what it is, it's probably like a 5. Oh, there's Famous Funnies right there. Wow, 210. This only lasted with a Buck Rogers cover. That's fantastic. But see how they're both, a little thinner than, put this one up next to it, than the standard book. Well, maybe not by a lot, but you can see just a little bit of a trim there. And it's not because they've been trimmed. They actually were thinner. So anyway, this book I was saying was in great condition for what it is. That's A Date with Judy, number 70. And that was something DC licensed from a radio program. Anyway, so there's Wild Western again. And here is Famous Funnies, the first ongoing comic book series. And you're not counting, what was it, the Funnies or the comics or something from the 1920s. But anyway, this only lasted, well, I say only, 212 issues. So this is just before the end here with a nice Buck Rogers cover. And unfortunately, somebody ripped that coupon. Again, kids wanting that extra free money. Little realizing what they've got to sell, what they've got to hawk door to door to get those prizes. Let's look at the... see if we can find. This was originally comic strip reprints mostly, but towards the end here, it featured more original stuff or longer stories. Let's find that Buck story, because what happens is a lot of because Buck Rogers is still under copyright. What happens is that when you see these issues reprinted someplace, like Comic Book Plus, that does public domain books, they will exclude the Buck Rogers material. So, but this looks like something that was done specifically, because you can see here, FF number 210 written into the thing. So this was done exclusively for the comic book. This one also has these 2 holes punched in the top. I don't know what was up with that. But anyway, this is, the cool thing about this is, right here you see the signature. That's a Frank Frazetta cover. I buried the lead there, didn't I? Probably I should have led with that. But that is a beautiful Frank Frazetta cover. That's nice. That'll do really well. Even with that coupon ripped out of the back, I bet that does well. What's this here? Ooh, Captain Marvel Adventures, 145. That's near the end of the run. It feels thin. I'll have to count it up. Make sure it's complete. Although we had some incomplete books recently that did well. Like there was Young Allies number 9, and it was missing the centerfold, and that went for $755. And then there was a Sensation Comics number 9, Wonder Woman number 2, and a Superman number 18, all incomplete, all missing at least the centerfold, and in some cases the 2 center wraps. And they all did well. I think the Wonder Woman went for like 600 and something. This feels a little thin. And as I've told you before, Captain Marvel, those books don't do that well for us. And my theory is most of the people who loved Captain Marvel have died. Because it had a really rabid fan base for a while. I don't know if I mentioned already, this one's got that same 2 holes punched from the top. We'll have to make sure this one is complete. It does feel a little thin. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's cool. And this is the last stack. And it looks like we're going to finish with more books from this era. Here is Blackhawk number. Well, we can't see the number because the same little heli. This has to be something on purpose. Like some store or something that might have been how they marked their books. I don't know if it was just some kid playing with Mother's hole punch, because they're all punched in exactly the same space. It's something that was done with a purpose, not just your kid randomly playing with it. And it might have been a kid who had some idea, like that's how he marked those as his book. He could tell if his brothers or sisters or the neighbor down the street was reading his comic books, because he knew 2 hole punches, upper right corner, that's mine. This one's got a little water damage in the bottom left corner. But this anyway, this is, well, let's take a look. Let's look in the indicia and see what the issue number is, because this is after DC took it over. This is 108, is it? Let me look. Yeah. Oh, wow. So this is the first DC issue of Blackhawk after it took it over from Quality. So that's pretty cool. And you can see DC right away kind of normalized the look of Chop Chop here. Kept him in the same kind of, nativist garb here, but well, nativist, I don't know what other term you would use for the authentic Chinese costuming. But anyway, oh, look, there's an actual Blackhawk. I believe that the Blackhawk's name was Blackie, if I remember correctly. Killer Whale has a fin on his head like he's Killer Shark, but no, oh no, it is Killer Shark. Killer Shark's secret weapon is a killer whale. Oh, that's weird. It's just like, if Batman flew around in an eagle copter. I don't know. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, DC normalized Chop Chop's look here, made him look less stereotypical, even though they kept him in the same costume. So here we're still in the Quality era. This is number 77. Great Dick Dillon and or Reed Crandall art. I'm not sure which one this is. That looks a little more Reed Crandall than Dick Dillon to me. But great stuff. Battle Attack. I don't know who this is. This might even be a book put out by Eastern Color Press that did 4-color, because it's a little thinner here. Eastern Color that did, not 4-color, that did Famous Funnies. I've been too long at this unboxing. My brain is starting to melt. So here's a trope of this period of the Silver Age. It seemed like every other issue, if it wasn't Perry White, it was Pa Kent who was getting superpowers and competing with Superboy in some way. This is the issue where Supergirl's existence was revealed to the world. So at first, after she first appeared, only Superman knew about her. She lived in the orphanage in Midvale, kind of undercover with her identity in disguise. Nobody knew who she was. And in this issue, she's revealed to the world. So that's exciting. And it's also an appearance by the Legion of Superheroes in this issue as well. Superman from the future. Now, that's a trope, the big brain that we would evolve. I don't know why by that point in the future we would have involved long, skinny fingers. I don't know. Crime Does Not Pay. That's a cool thing. A Lev Gleason book. That's Dion O'Bannon there in the picture. Crime Syndicate Czar. Another issue of Captain Marvel Adventures. Very nice. What issue is this? 136. Action Comics. People getting turned into babies was another Silver Age trope in the Superman books. And this issue is notable to me because it has an early Mon-El appearance. Superboy as the helpless hero. And that's another trope. Superboy meeting some other superpowered boy from some other time or place. And this one is Space Boy. And the last book in this box, see, I told you, here's Perry White getting superpowers. So, he's now Master Man. But that would be short-lived. All right. Well, that was fun. I had a good time. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you stayed to watch the whole thing. Do me a favor. If you watch the whole video, leave the word booger. Leave the word booger in the comments. Nothing else, just booger. And that'll let me know that you did, in fact, stick around and watch that whole video. And that'll help me to determine whether or not these videos need to be shorter or not, if I don't get enough boogers. But if I get enough boogers, I'll keep them long like this. Anyway, until the next time, goodbye, good luck, and please be good to each other.